Hey guys, it's Kate2 Plays here, and this is part 2 of my 7 subscriber. Thank you all so much. Special. Now, basically, it's gonna be 4 parts total. Basically what I want to do is, you probably saw the title, but draw my life. My life, 7 sub. Thank you. And then I drew 7 little stick figures. Now I need my Sharpie. Now, I'm not doing this on a whiteboard. I'm not doing it on a whiteboard like most people. I have a little book made, so yeah, that's why I'm using a Sharpie. So, but let's get started. So I was born in a hospital like normal people. No, a drug spill because I was there. Drug. I was born a little baby with lots of hair, and I looked like an awesome person, and that is me. Okay, now here's a better drawing of me. Now, here's a better drawing of me. And then here's me on here. So, drug spittle, blah blah blah, door. So, I'll draw a door on it. And a window. Sorry. I was born into a family that had already had 3 people. So, 1, 2. 3. Making me the 4th member of them all. So right here, the 2 people that are super close together, that's my mom and dad. There, and then this guy, and then this guy right here, that's my brother, and then there's me. Right there. So, moving up into preschool. Now, in preschool, I changed rooms a lot. Like, room 1, Miss. Then we moved to Mrs. And then I moved to a new classroom and the teacher there was a Mr. I can't exactly remember their names, so Miss, kinda nice, Mrs., really nice, and Mr. Butthole. Now, since I was changing my rooms all the time, and my dad didn't know, I always got worried, and I would have these panic attacks, and I would go really, really quiet and stuff, and then eventually I would start to cry, I would go up in tears a little bit and stuff. I would go into some tears. And start to complain. So if you ever see me and I'm acting a little weird or quiet, then maybe I might be having a panic attack. But you may never know. And now we're moving. Now there's another thing, another problem that I had, and that is okay. So, like all normal kids, they normally get scared of the dark. They normally get scared of the dark, don't they? So I'm always scared to fall asleep at night. As you can see, I'm that drawer, but there I am in my bed, and I'll just sit there and stay up for hours. And I still do that. Even though I have these really bright night lights, I still do it. I don't know. It's just something I do. So then I always go into Mom and Dad's room. Mom, Dad. See, I drew a door that says Mom, Dad room with the doorknob. So I'll always walk in there all the time. Like crying. I'll walk in there, they're crying, and so my dad will have to come out. Notice how I draw everyone with like a bowl haircut. Because I'm a bad drawer. So you see the bigger guy here. And then my dad always comes out and comes and lays down with me in my bed. Then he lies down with me and then normally falls asleep. And then he normally falls asleep. As you can see, I put him in my bed too. He normally falls asleep in there and then I get a good night's sleep. And that still goes on. Moving up into kindergarten. Now in kindergarten, I was a bad student. In kindergarten, I never would ever do my work. Never ever. I just don't I don't like school. I just want to game and play more games. I'm always out in fantasy land thinking about games. Give me a second to draw this. In class I always think about video games. More games. See, there's 2 plus 2 on my desk. And I'm just thinking about The Legend of Zelda. Okay, then my teacher, Mrs. Williams, So this is the first accurate hairstyle. Because Mrs. Williams, she has an afro. And since she's a female, blah, blah, blah. She has an afro. As you can see her, she didn't like that I didn't pay attention during math class when we would do the Apple TVs. I don't think they did the Apple TVs, I think they did a projector, but basically, like, two. They would basically, they would have the TV going down. But I, like I mentioned before, still in Fantasyland. So, and that's kindergarten. Moving up into first grade. Now, in first grade, same thing happened now. I got a more normal looking teacher in first grade. But, teacher, bum 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 bum, bum bum dun 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 dun. Now, teacher, much big. Teacher, her normal hairstyle and stuff, and normal looking, but much bigger than other teacher. So, yeah. Now, I still had problems with doing my work. I still had problems with, doing my work. But then they started throwing things at us like 5 plus 5, 6 plus 3. That stuff, screw it. I was always like, screw that. I'm out in Fantasyland, still thinking about Zelda and stuff. I'm still thinking about the Legends of Zelda. Screw it. Why do all boring crap like 5 plus 5 and 6 plus 3 when I can be out in Fantasyland thinking about Zelda and stuff? Okay, sorry that it's all boring. So, yeah, and then a whole new world. So, yeah. And then there's this girl that one time then I moved into. Now, once we changed tables, and there were these buttholes. And their names were Ava, and Lori. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Now, Lori had abnormally long hair, and she looked really stupid, and she was a little brat. Both of them were, and they still are. Well, Lori changed schools, but down. There's Lori, there's Ava, but yeah, those two, they were buttholes. They would call me names, say I wasn't smart and all that stuff. So one day I was stupid, and Lori says, and Lori's like, you stupid. And for the first time ever, I stood up for myself, and I said, watch it. brat. And she was like, excuse me? So she says, you stupid. She's like, you stupid. And I say, hey, watch it, brat. And then she's like, excuse me? And she was steaming red. And I can't remember what happened after that. People told me she punched her. I can't remember what happened after that, so she probably punched me so hard I got knocked out. So I remember blacking out after that. I just don't remember if that's true. And that's first grade for me. Second grade. My life changed forever. That was 2 years ago, though. But I had the best teacher in the world in second grade. She was amazing. And her name was Mrs. Childs. She is the best teacher ever. And I think I was her favorite student. And she was so nice. Every day she would give us a lollipop. As you can see here, I threw a lollipop next to her. Now, if we ever left a lollipop stick or a lollipop wrapper, I just accidentally, then that means no lollipop. I put an X over it, so yeah. And every Friday, we could grab a little cute little animal plushie. See, I drew a tiny plushie. It's terrible. We could get little plushies. And that's it. How second grade worked. Oh, and every Friday, we could go over to this drawing station and draw whatever the balls we wanted to. Anything. And then in third grade, my life changed completely. I got the worst teacher in the world. Now, what I could tell, oh, she's gonna be bad, but one day, it just turned really even worse for me. I wrote a note on my iPad, and she sent me to the principal's office for it. And she kept my iPad. Now, here's the worst thing. At recess, one time, I said it. The one word. I said it. That word, you probably can't tell, but I said the F word. And a little girl heard me, and I didn't even know she heard me. So she was a little butthole, and she went up to the teacher and said, I'm just going to say, K2 said, and she goes up to the teacher and she's like, okay. Okay, this is hard. I can't. K2 said, I can't get it in the camera. Ah! Okay, so, okay. teacher said F. And so the teacher, once we were inside, she was mad. She was like, you bad boy. And she was angry, like, I really thought she was gonna kill me, flat out murder me, but good thing she didn't. Thought she would. And then on the last day of school, I didn't give her a hug on the way out. In fact, I did the worst thing of them all. So, I started doing the high-pitched voice thing in class at first. And stuff. That started. So, I was doing it in class and stuff, making people laugh. And then one time I had been answering questions like that until she told me to stop. So on the last day of school, I was walking out and I said, "Hi, Miss Thornburg, you suck." And all of a sudden she was silent and she looked mad and sad. And that is third grade. Now fourth grade. So fourth grade. In fourth grade, I got the teacher I wanted, Mrs. Stegemeyer. She has really short hair. What the hell? And she is amazing. There she is. She has really short hair. But, yeah. That's not it, though. I still have more. We still have more. And then... Oh, crap, I dropped it. We're not going to milk your bottle yet. So they should be able to hang out. Seriously. Uh-huh. She's not going to want to watch Love. This is not Titanic. Now, down back in third grade, something though happened, a tragedy. I just skipped. My grandma Harris passed away. And that I took very sad. Here's an illustration of her head. I flipped out. I cried and cried, and when I got home from school, I didn't even play video games. I just went straight up to my room and went to sleep. And then, more recently, my older cousin, he got in a motorcycle wreck. So that means more death in the family. Now me! In fourth grade, I don't get that much work done. But, yeah, now, I have been doing my Twilight Princess Let's Play, and I just want to say, that thing is not, that thing, something bad happened to it. But Skyward Sword's gonna slow down and stuff. And, that's my life so far. It's nothing special. So it's a pretty normal life. It's been a good life so far, but anyways. I can't say it enough, though. Thank my life. 7 sub. Thank you. All those 7 people, thank you. Thank you for liking, commenting, Thank you for liking and commenting, and especially thanks for watching. And I will see all you dudes in the next video! And if you're wondering how I get all my energy to do the high-pitched voice and stuff, what, do I drink 18 cups of coffee? No, cocaine is much stronger.